In an example, Alyssa is putting money into a savings account. She started with $200 in a savings account, and each week she adds another $25. So in this situation, because each week she's adding constantly $25, so we know that it can be represented by y equals mx plus b. We just need to decide for this specific problem, what's our input, what's our output, what's our slope, what's our y-intercept. So because she started with $200, that tells us her starting point or initial value is 200. And because she constantly adds 25, that tells us that's the constant rate of change, or in other words, slope. So we can put 25x. Notice whichever number that multiplies x, that's where the slope needs to go in. And then part A also says to represent the situation, we'll use M to represent the total amount of money in her savings account. Now, because the total amount of money, that's our output, that's like whatever, it's dependent on how long she puts the money in. So we're going to use that to replace the y here. We're going to use money because that's what we're looking for. And the x, we're going to replace it with w because the money amount changes depending on how many weeks she puts in. So W is our input here. So I'm going to use W. Now to check if it makes sense, we can read the equation in a story. So let's see if that checks with our story. So we're saying that in this equation M, so the money is $25 per week, because when we multiply, that's per. $25 per week plus the $200 that she already had. Is that the story that's in this word problem? Yep, that checks out. So that's how we know the equation works. Okay, so part B, we're going to use this equation to find the total amount of money after 24 weeks. So we're going to use the 24 weeks to plug in the equation that we have. So that's our input. The part where we have weeks, that's our input. So we're saying that the money after 24 weeks is 25 times 24 plus $200. So together that will be 25 times 24, and then plus 200, that's $800. And that's our answer.